This is 7 National News, and in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, has attended the first edition of the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Centre's Project Space Forum, bringing together the best minds in the industry and also aiming to inspire UAE youth to explore science as a career option. While addressing a number of students who are interested in science and technology, leading scientists and UAE space industry experts stated that as the UAE is planning for a post-oil era with economic diversification and a knowledge-based economy, space can become a crucial sector in driving economic growth. With a $5.5 billion worth of space investment reaching 10% annual growth, the UAE is among the 60 countries who are looking at science space as a model for successful international collaboration. During a session to highlight the importance of STEM education to attract more UAE youth to explore science as a career option, leading scientists from the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Centre stressed that space is a great platform for innovation, and with 6 more UAE satellites set to be in the orbit, including Emirates Mars mission, the hope the UAE will become an elite player in the global space industry.
I think the UAE has shown a great example internationally of how a country can put a target and achieve it. And we have put very hard targets to achieve. And going into space, and within a very short time, we have a lot of projects ongoing, and we are actively participating in a lot of international conferences. I think by 2020, when we see the Hope probe go to Mars, and by 2021 reach Mars successfully, I think we will be a great example that people would be inspired about.
I think that this event provides us with background information and enough information for us to know what career we're going to proceed in, and I think the fact that our school is providing us with this event and bringing us in here is very nice, and I really appreciate every effort that our school is providing us with.
Something like this does not only teach us about the science itself, like the science of astronomy. Hearing about the speakers and what they did and how they did it, and the fact that it took such a long time for them to reach where they are, teaches us a lot about how we're going to go in life. I mean, when we graduate, it's not going to be directly, oh, we're going to be successful. It's going to take a long time, hard work, and it's going to require patience. And that itself is a science of reaching success. So it's just learning two different, sides, yin and yang of life, is sort of what's happening in here.
While talking about their space journey, UAE engineers and scientists highlighted that although Dubai Sat-1 and Dubai Sat-2 have proven to be success stories, they are entering a new era of space industry in the UAE with the launch of Khalifa Sat in 2018, which will become the first satellite fully designed and manufactured by Emirati engineers at the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Centre. The 2-day conference will also include key sessions and workshops by leading astronauts and industry experts about life on Mars and the journey of UAE in space.
UAE space program is designed with a long-term plan. The country recently has issued a national space policy. It's a document that summarizes what we want from space as a nation. Our programs and our projects align with that policy, driven from that. And of course, as you see, UAE enjoys today the biggest space sector in the region with direct investment of more than 20 billion dirhams. We have 6 satellites in orbit, 6 satellites in projects. We have the first Arab and Islamic mission to Mars, the Hope. We have the first space agency in the region. So the sector is healthy and promising as well. And I think these events is a great opportunity as well to exchange knowledge and ideas. This type of events is also a great opportunity for young people to know more about space and understand why our country is investing in space.
His Highness Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Mohammed Al Qasimi, Supreme Council member and ruler of Sharjah, issued an Emiri Decree regarding the organisation and protection of the cultural heritage of the Emirate of Sharjah. Emiri Decree number 5 of 2017 has named the competent authorities tasked to manage, protect and promote cultural heritage in all local, regional and international events and coordinate among them to unify legislations pertaining to protection of heritage in accordance with the international agreements and charters. Under the decree, the Sharjah Antiquities Authority, Sharjah Institute for Heritage and the Sharjah Investment and Development Authority, or Shuruk, in coordination among them, will discharge all necessary missions, specialities and powers to protect, manage and promote cultural heritage, including setting up necessary policies and strategic plans to be implemented in this regard. The decree also states that these authorities will be responsible for promoting the heritage and intellectual heritage of the emirate in all local, regional and global events. The UAE was ranked first among the Arab nations and 25th internationally on the Judicial System Efficiency Index for 2016 in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business report. The report, which was published by the World Bank in 2017, covered 190 countries. The index evaluated the countries on the judicial system, ability to handle prosecutions in record time and ensure it is cost-effective and of high standards. Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, had launched a national agenda which involved the formation of executive groups to achieve the national targets. The national agenda, part of the UAE Vision 2021, seeks to make the UAE the safest place in the world by improving its police services and preparedness during emergencies while ensuring a low crime and high road safety rates. The national agenda aimed to strengthen the judicial system in the country and to protect the rights of individuals and institutions by making them efficient. The Judicial System Efficiency Index measured the efficiency of the nation in enforcing contracts as part of the Ease of Doing Business report. A survey was conducted by the World Bank on 3 parameters: the time taken to conclude commercial prosecutions, the cost as a percentage of the amount claimed, and the quality of the legal procedures, which included the structure and court procedures, the management of cases, the automation of the litigation procedures, and the availability of alternative systems. Officials from DEWA have stated that Dubai could easily surpass its 7% clean energy target by 2020, according to local reports. At the unveiling of one of the largest private solar rooftop projects in the emirate from the power technology group ABB, His Excellency Saeed Al-Tayar, the Managing Director and Chief Executive of Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, said that programs such as the Shams initiative were accelerating and pushing the emirate past its clean energy targets. His Excellency Al-Tayar was quoted as saying that in the strategy, 7% was based on only DEWA projects, but we may have up to 1.5% added because prices are coming down, as well as efficiency and technology improvements. Dubai announced 2 years ago that it would have 7% of its energy mix coming from clean energy sources and 25% by 2030. Last year, it was expanded to 75% by 2050. According to the Abu Dhabi-based International Renewable Energy Agency, solar panel prices have fallen by 80% since 2009. In addition, estimates show that average electricity costs could decrease by 59% for solar photovoltaics by 2025 compared with 2015. Police in Sharjah have arrested members of a major drug smuggling ring, seizing 300 kilograms of hashish worth 2 million dirhams and 1.27 million captagon pills worth 44 million dirhams in what is described as the biggest drug bust in the emirate in recent years. 3 men were arrested in a joint operation by the Sharjah police and federal anti-narcotics officials following 2 raids in the emirate following a tip-off. The details of the 2 operations were announced during a press conference at Sharjah Police Headquarters on Monday. In the first operation, the police monitored the phones of suspected Arab and Asian drug traffickers following a tip-off. The first suspect was arrested from a warehouse in the industrial area of a neighbouring emirate. He had concealed the hashish in auto spare parts. The police recovered 300 kilograms of hashish worth 2 million dirhams. In the second operation, police arrested 2 Arab men and seized 1.27 million captagon pills worth 44 million dirhams. The gang planned to use the country as a transit point to smuggle the drugs to other Gulf countries. The arrests followed a tip-off about the gang storing the hashish inside a hotel apartment. The drugs were concealed in cylindrical metal cans fastened with iron plates and were smuggled into the country through overland borders. The police have launched a manhunt for the suppliers and other members of the gang who are based outside the country. Dubai International Airport remained the world's busiest for international passengers in 2016, as existing markets grew and new routes were launched. The airport's operator in a statement revealed that annual traffic rose 7.2% to 83.6 million passengers in 2016 from a year ago, which according to Reuters' report was its second slowest annual growth rate in at least 8 years. The airport is forecasting 89 million passengers this year, which would represent growth of about 6.5%. Dubai Airport CEO Paul Griffith stated that the addition of 11 new passenger destinations by local carriers, including Emirates and Fly Dubai, lifted passenger traffic through Dubai Airport. India's SpiceJet, Jet Airways and Air India also started new services, while Nepal Airlines and Russia's Rossiya Airlines launched flights to Dubai. In December 2016 alone, traffic increased 9.3% to 7.7 million passengers. Dubai overtook London's Heathrow to become the world's busiest airport for international traffic in 2014. According to its website, Heathrow handled 76 million passengers in 2016, up 1%. Dubai Airport expanded its capacity in 2016 to 90 million passengers a year, up from 75 million with the opening of a new concourse. It also plans to increase capacity to 118 million by 2023. India continued to be Dubai's single largest destination country with 11.4 million passengers, up 10.1%. Cargo volumes grew 3.4% to 2.6 million tons despite contractions in the third quarter. And finally, in the bulletin, details of the 7th annual Sharjah Light Festival to be held between the 2nd and 11th of February were announced on Sunday, featuring a number of light shows and musical performances for all UAE residents spread across 13 locations in Sharjah. At a press briefing at Al-Qasimiyya University Amphitheatre in Sharjah, officials representing Sharjah Commerce and Tourism Development Authority stated that the 10-day Sharjah Light Festival will highlight the Emirate's achievement and reflects its unique position across all the Emirates in the UAE in all matters related to education, knowledge and culture. This year, going with the theme of innovation, the festival will introduce many technological advancements in the field of lighting, including 3D video mapping, touch screens, and also allowing visitors to customize and control the lighting and sound according to their own tastes. The new location for art displays and light shows will cover cities and regions around the Emirate of Sharjah and will include University City Hall, Cultural Palace, An-Noor Mosque, and Dr. Sultan Al Qasimi Gulf Studies Center for the first time. In addition to the interactive light shows in the Palm Garden and the parade on the Khalid Lagoon Corniche, other locations around the Emirate, including Kalba University, Khorfakan University, Dibba Mosque and Al-Dayed Mosque. Authorities highlighted that Sharjah Light Festival is key to promoting Sharjah as a family tourism destination, and this year they aim to attract over 560,000 visitors from the UAE and abroad, while also allowing visitors to promote the festival through various social media channels, including Instagram and Facebook.
Today we announced the Sharjah Light Festival in its 7th edition for 2017. It has been a very successful festival over the past 6 years, and it has been growing. Especially in 2016, we've seen in terms of numbers a huge growth in terms of interactions, whether it's online or whether it's visits and so on. Of course, 2017, we are always keen to present something new to our audience through the Light Festival, because we don't only highlight the buildings, because highlighting the buildings itself is not enough, but behind that is really what counts, which is what is behind this building. Whether it's an educational iconic building, whether it's a cultural iconic building, or a heritage or leisure, tourism, whatever it is, we highlight it, and we highlight the values behind each building and the core business also of this building, which really represents the image of the Emirate of Sharjah and the United Arab Emirates, and we are very authentic in what we deliver to our audience always.